Welcome back to Off the Rails with Chaos and Kram.
I am Chaos.
And I am Kram, of course, the one and the only.
Here we go.
Here to say, how about that online gambling?
Hey, how about it?
Have you gotten into it? Have you looked at it all? Or
I have heard a lot of the, not changes, but just, some of the things that are happening when it comes to it. I think there's one called Kalshi, I believe.
Yeah, it's Kalshi or Shy or something.
Kalshi, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that just got in. I mean, I've heard of it. I knew it, but I didn't realize it was legal at this time of recording in the state of Georgia, which was interesting because that's why I never wasted my time because I knew Georgia they only have the state lottery system.
Yeah, state lottery. I know like FanDuel and other ones aren't legal in Georgia as of 2026 from what I've been told.
Right. But this one is, and it's crazy because you can gamble on so many things. And I'm talking like who the next pope's going to be, what the Supreme Court's going to say, what Trump's going to do. I mean, I'm looking at one. What will the announcers say during the Buffalo-Jacksonville professional football game? Like, you could pick the word that's going to get said first.
So it's not just sports anymore, at least with this particular one.
Correct. This one, yeah. This one's pretty much, I mean, it's got things about Iran, Venezuela, like what's the government going to do next? And it's crazy. And it's not, I guess the way they get around it is because this is not being endorsed.
Sponsored or anything or endorsed.
Yeah, this is just, I found it interesting, but how they treat it's like a stock, right? You buy a position on what's believed is going to happen, and as that realization gets either closer or lower, you can sell that stock or your vote or your view. Either it's going down and like, ooh, before I lose all my money, I can at least lose half of it. Let me sell my share. Or you're going up and you're like, wow, I can at least double my money, sell it now in the chance that it could go down. Wow. So yesterday I was watching the game live and I'm like, wow, I bet $10 on the underdog. And if I cash out right now, I get $30 because the underdog was winning by a few points. I'm like, no, I'm going to hold on because I want that $65. And then like a few minutes later they lost and then I lost all my money. So I was a gambler being greedy, but it was $10 and that's what I would have spent on a lottery ticket. So
that is true.
But now that I know that and just have more fun and interesting, if it's a game that I know I want to be involved in, I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to bet on the underdog and see if I have a chance to get some of my money back. But I do think it's kind of ruining sports a little bit.
Why do you say that?
Well, I think that it's changing a lot of focus on the actual sport itself, and I think a lot of the organizations from the actual owners of the team to the producers and all that are starting to change how they program show, because now you watch a game, it's like the chances of this happening, if you ever notice on the bottom, it's like if you're betting on the game right now, your chances of winning are da-da-da-da-da. It's like if you want to get in now and make a bet on the kick or a red flag being called, now's the time to do so.
Yeah, and like I said earlier with the whole like FanDuel, and there's so many other different apps and companies that cater to that, especially in sports. It doesn't take away. I just think sometimes it tends to dilute, like in the moment, if you will, Yeah. And I get it, like, I like to do the gambling like at a casino, opposed to with sports and stuff. At the same time, that's a whole other conversation. Some people know how to, again, set boundaries or have their limits of what they're going to do. Others call their wife at 2 a.m. saying, I'm so sorry that I put the mortgage up for, this bet that didn't go through. So it's just, I get the pendulums of being responsible. However, I think that's not, it's not their fault as a whole, because there's a lot of people who are responsible to know when they should stop. Like you said, you're putting $10 on something. Okay, what's $10 out of your $30? You're not putting $300 in. You're not putting you're not putting your mortgage on the line because you know better than that.
Yeah.
However, that's a whole other conversation too, because addiction is an addiction, and certain things start from one part of that fix. And then, you win the next high. So that's a whole other conversation too. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I'm a gambler. Like I'll go to casinos. I collect little poker chips because I travel for work, so I'll take advantage and say, "Hey, I'm going to take a couple $100 and go in here." And I like the feel of the cards in my hand. I like playing a certain poker game, and so my sister-in-law was giving me a hard time. I was like, "Oh, great, that's the last thing you need, and you like to gamble." I was like, "Yeah, but really, if it's not something that catches my interest, like if it's like a Super Bowl game or the playoffs or something like that, where I'm like really invested." I really don't care to bet on it.
Yeah.
Because to your point, I like physically going into the casino. It's a little bit different vibe and atmosphere. So me personally, I'm not worried about spending any more money than I need to on it.
Yeah.
But it does get pushed a lot. My fear is there's a lot of YouTube videos that are, I don't know if you've seen them, but they're people in casinos gambling.
Yeah.
And now another one is people using this app, and I'm not trying to dog this app specifically, but just in general, FanDuel or any other sporting app. And but they're marketing, it's like a younger crowd.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of the problem because I could have lied, and if I'm like 13, 15 years old, I could have lied and put my dad's information in and said, no, I'm my dad doing this. Because there was I had to put a social security number in, but really like they didn't know, there's no verification.
Oh.
So I could have took my dad's social security if I was like a 13-year-old kid, or or whatever, or a thief, and because then what happens if I win big money, that social security number is going to get hit with the taxes, and I'll just walk away from it.
Yeah.
So that's a scary thought.
It is a scary thought. There's so many ways to look at it. We'll leave it at this. What are your thoughts when it comes to gambling as a whole? Whether it's with this new one with Kalshi. I'm probably saying it wrong, or just sports betting, etc. Do you think that it's okay as long as you're responsible, or should we be this firm in our states about like, no, we do not want to hear it all?
Bye.